The next project is Sex and 16 by Bora Omeroglu, right? Here.
Can I put this?
Sure.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm pretty sure I can help you.
That's a good start.
Sorry, we have some problems. Seconds. Just.
It's okay.
Let's try it again. Just a few minutes.
Would you like that?
Sex and the 16. Sorry, but in a few minutes we will resolve everything. So we can start to talk.
It starts with a video, so...
Okay. So you don't
Bad
want to
projector,
anticipate
yeah.
nothing. Okay.
So hi, hello. My name is Bora, and I'm an award-winning writer-director, and my series is called Sex and the 16, and it's a 10-minute comedy series of 10 episodes. Sex and the 16 is the story of two rich, antisocial.
Okay.
Yeah, two rich, antisocial, movie-obsessed teenagers who know nothing about life, except what they have seen in the movies and the funny situations they put themselves in as they try to figure out life, sex, and the opposite gender by imitating the plots of their favorite films. So meet Bruce and Lenny, two people that brings the very worst in each other. And on the outside, they seem normal, handsome, smart, and well-liked by their friends, but except for Lenny, because nobody likes Lenny. He's a bit racist, misogynist, and a complete liar. On the other hand, Bruce, he's a bit more social, but he's an obsessed perfectionist who obsesses about tiny details about everything. So only thing they have in common is their obsession about the movies. So when they find out that the principal of their high school probably has the address and the phone number of their new freshman girl, they don't even hesitate to break into the office because to them it's a classic Ocean 12 situation where they can find themselves in a situation like this. So after that, throughout the school year, they will find out they will probably kidnap children for ransom, get bitten by radioactive spiders for school projects, and help superheroes pass over to the other side by kicking them to the white lights all over the city. So now I want to introduce the other characters of the show, and I want to explain about what makes Sex and 16 special about the episode structure of the show. So meet Linda, the perfect girl, smart, confident, and charismatic. And Theodore, the 18-year-old virgin. Ashley, the mean girl. And Rachel, the girl next door who gets along with everybody. And about the episodes, I will explain one episode to you as the third episode of the season, where a new freshman comes to the school and boys immediately fall in love with her. Ashley, on the other hand, is furious and jealous, but right away gets the support of her best friend, Rachel. Linda doesn't care because she's smart, she's confident. She only cares about the beautiful skirt of the new girl, and she wonders about where she got it from. So the boys next day wonder about and decide to get her phone number. So they set the episode goal, getting the phone number. And the next day, they see her talking to the principal and filling her enrollment papers in her office, and then the principal putting them to the safe. So now they have a more specific goal, getting into the safe. But how? And at that moment, they look at each other and Beetlejuice whisper in their ears. So they will find themselves at Ocean 12 style. It's settled. They're going to break in to the principal's office. So they get ready to implement their plans. They practice. Yeah, they practice their moves. They go to school, take notes, and they study the schematics of their building, go shopping for necessary supplies, and when the time comes, they break into the school. But only to find out that the papers are not there, because Ashley has them. Ashley, after getting pissed off to the new girl, she immediately wants to call her and to tell her to back off. And she followed the boys with Rachel, and while the boys are dancing with the lasers that does not exist, they just walk in and get the papers. But then finally, when she calls the number, it's Bruce's phone that rings, and they all get caught up by the night guard. So now the boys did all this for nothing. Ashley got nothing. And Linda got the papers because she wanted to call the girl and ask her where she got the skirt from, and replaced it with Bruce's number just for the giggle. So that's the structure of the show. Boys have a plan, and they have a movie to imitate it. And girls have a plan, but their plan goes a little bit under the water to clash them in the final act. And in the end, nobody wins, and Linda gets what she wants. So overall, Sex and the 16 is a very commercially appealing comedy that visits a different movie pilot plot every single episode that offers a very specific journey to the audience. And with the lifestyle of good-looking boys, beautiful girls, cool things with a touch of geek culture in it. For the production plan, we project an 8-month production plan with a 50,000 euros for the script development and overall 300,000 euros for 10 episodes. And lastly, about my background. I was born in Istanbul and graduated from the top schools in Turkey, studied visual communication design in Valencia, Spain. And I have been working in the television industry for almost 7 years, at which the same time I have produced one award-winning short documentary, short film, and a web series. Plus, I own the intellectual property of 6 other television series. And together, this last year, I had the opportunity to visit some festivals, and now we have collaborating with a New York Television Festival award-winning writer. We are co-writing our next project. And with the director, who was the second most awarded web series in 2018. And we are looking for to be in Sundance next year. So we are looking for producers and investors to invest in this series, in our next projects. Also, one last thing, please ask yourself this: would you click or look for a series called Sex and the 16 and looking like this? Thank you very much.
So much. Very interesting project. So the next one is Sur les voies by Thomas Veyrier and Thibault Marthi. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm pretty sure I can help you. But you'll have to trust me first.
Hello. So I would like to start to ask you a question. So, do you think you can fall for tech? Hopla. I mean, really fall in love with technology. Like, take a second and think about your phone. how many times a day you watch your phone? You protect it with the cases, you look at the signal, the battery. I'm pretty sure that you look at your phone more than you look at your lovers. So technology is already taking our time, so could it take our hearts? Hello Lisa is a digital series about the strange relationship we maintain with AI-based tech. It's like our daily emotional support, like a cuddle cloth for a baby. So what if you were so alone that your only hope would be a woman's voice talking to you through a walkie-talkie? By watching her, Lisa, which would be 2 seasons, 10 by 5 minutes, we want to make the viewer, which would be 25 to 35, disoriented and making travel through a silent landscape and the wildness of the nature. We are telling the story of a lonely human and how he fights against loneliness. So is he really alone? Is he really talking to someone on the radio, or maybe just starting to get crazy? The hero's main quest is be reached by his family, and Lisa, the voice on the radio, is willing to help him, but she's going to need some favors first. So the story is setting tomorrow, where after a political escalation, war took over, and now a country relies on survivors, which are not so many, so it's pretty difficult to find someone on Earth. We shot some test trailer that I'm going to show you to see what the series could look like.
Alcide,
Ouais.
c'était quoi ton métier?
Avant tout ça, tu veux dire?
Ouais.
J'étais, disons, dans la télécommunication.
Vraiment?
Je bossais sur une antenne quand ça a commencé. Ouais. Ironique, hein? J'en avais plus qu'assez de ce taf. Je pensais arrêter. Et maintenant, je suis là, tout seul à chercher. Et à m'accrocher à ce que je voulais jeter au fond d'un trou.
Une chance que tu saches te servir de ce matériel.
Ouais. Pas seulement. Une chance que je sois tombé sur toi.
Je suis heureuse aussi. Voir quelqu'un au bout du fil, ça fait du bien.
Au début, j'ai même pensé que t'étais le fruit de mon imagination. Genre, voix dans la tête. Je me disais, ça y est, je suis fou.
T'inquiète pas, je ne suis pas Wilson. Je suis bien là.
Tu penses pouvoir les trouver?
Tout dépend de l'aide que tu peux me fournir. Si tu fais ce que je te dis, j'aurai ensuite assez de réseau pour élargir mes recherches. C'est du win-win.
Je vois.
Alcide, tu es là?
Oui, oui. Je réfléchissais.
À quoi?
Non, non, rien, rien.
C'est notre meilleure option à tous les deux. On doit avancer main dans la main si on veut s'en tirer. Je t'aiderai.
Tu me le promets, pas vrai?
Alcide, fais-moi confiance.
On se met en route. Je t'écoute.
Marche vers l'est. Je te donnerai des indications plus tard.
C'est noté.
Al, fais attention à toi quand même.
Well, thank you very much. So I'm Thomas Veyrier, and with Thibault, we're two directors from south of France, and we're looking for a production company in order to try to make this project alive and shot it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, last project for the section is La vie de drone by Matthieu Spinazzola.
Hello, my name is Matthieu Spinazzola. I'm a director and I am the author of Drone's Life. Drone's Life is a science fiction transmedia project made up of a linear series of fiction, a mobile application, and a social media production. Let's start with the series. It is 8 episodes of 3 minutes each, which take the form of fake documentaries in real images on a biomorphic robotic universe. The subject: there is an island where drones are alive, autonomous, and free. So, the drones I'm talking about are closer to primates and birds than vacuum cleaners and toasters. They have transcended their robot status and behave like real animals. They live alone or in groups, engage in courtship displays, hunt to recharge their batteries, or fight for their territories. All of this in the middle of forests where plants and trees are mixed with luminous filaments, forming a true hybrid environment between vegetal and electronic. Let's take, for example, this drone. In his behavior, he has all the characteristics of the lizard. He is daring, smart, and uses his speed and camouflage to achieve his ultimate goal: eat the eggs of Dindodrone. So the Dindodrones, there are many on the island, and despite their aggressive appearance, trust me, they hold more of the chicken than the killer robot. Let me describe you a little excerpt from the pilot. It's a beautiful sunny day. We are in hiding for 3 hours. We are tracking a Novidrone. His name is Bora. We are lying in the bushes. Material is ready to record at the slightest movement. Flying all around us, there are clouds of bright insects like fireflies. The area is filled with big fir trees. Their trunks are covered in blue and green luminous filaments, and the atmosphere is full of magnetic vibrations. And we can hear in the forest birdsong which sound robotic. Bora is hidden under an old tree stump. He hasn't been moving for hours. He is looking at the river. 2 Dindodrones are fishing with their feet planted in the water. In a step further, by a tree, there is a nest. Inside, 3 eggs in the shape of a cube, the perfect meal for Bora. An orange light flashes in the back of its eyes. This indicates that his battery is very low and that it has to feed himself to recharge. The game turns out to be difficult. His eyes multiplies the round trip between the Dindodrones and the nest. But finally, Dindodrones are moving away. Bora rushes out of its cover by breaking branches on his way. He goes towards the nest, but suddenly a third Dindodrone rises angrily to block the road. Bora breaks instantly. The Dindodrone is terrifying. It snaps its steel beak and rolls its rotors, the legs firmly anchored in the ground. Bora freezes and then makes a violent U-turn, slipping. He flees into the forest, anger always tormenting him. Each episode has its own narrative arc. A character or a group has a specific purpose and is confronted with disruptive elements from the environment or other individuals. Through the achievement of its objective, one exposes various features that define the contours and logic of the reign of drone. This question draws the narrative arc of the season, the survival of the species. Due to their biorobotic condition, their evolution is much faster than ours, but so far, drones remain mortals. The climax of the season comes in episode 7 with the revival of the Titan. It's a super predator who is breaking the natural cycle by distributing death without reason. He is the next echelon of evolution and representing for other drones a god face. So now we know more about this drone, and it has made me want to create my own drone. I'm lucky. There is a Drones Life application on App Store and Play Store. In 5 minutes, I invent my own drone that I can share on social media. And icing on the cake, I can download the 3D print plane to create my figurine. The taste of sharing on the internet, this corresponds to our target, the 15-34 years old, a generation who claims social media and who is already familiar with the drone. We offer them specific content specialized on social networks, video, virtual reality, game contests, and events. It's a community even before the first broadcast of the series. In parallel of the broadcast, Drones Life develops a narrative on social networks by adopting the point of view of the film crew and expands the narrative arc of the documentaries. It is characterized by publication of the team on social media. It is an audience management by our footage, testimonials, and other shooting pictures. So many ways to communicate for attracting and retaining the audience about the series. Today, with Academy, my producer, we are at the stage of development and we are looking for financial partners for implementing the pilots and to objectifying the series. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much.